Hi guys, this is Max here, back again with hopefully another great political video, and today we're going to take a little look at how the 2022 US House elections would look like if they were held today and if they were held according to the old congressional maps, the ones that will no longer be in use during the actual 2022 midterms because currently district lines are being redrawn. Now, it is a very good thing that we're redrawing those lines because Montana definitely deserves another district, while a state like Rhode Island probably would have deserved to lose one. Where people live simply changes over time, and therefore regional representation has to change as well, no question. But today, I just want to show you through this method how much of a sweep the Republicans would get if the current poll numbers hold up. So if the 2020 House elections were held today with the exact same map and the exact same candidates, what would it look like? And the results will astound you. Now, at the time of the 2020 presidential election, Democrats won the national popular vote, not in the House, but for the presidency by 6.5 points, and I believe in the House by around 4 points. And now they're about to lose it by 6%. So we basically have to give the Republicans an additional 10% for every single district. Now, assuming that Democrat numbers will at least slightly recover until the midterm elections, Donald Trump was also more unpopular during his first year in office than during his second. It probably won't be as radical as having all seats that were within 10 go to the Republicans, but lots of districts will flip, and I'll point out just some of them right now. Now, of course, in this scenario, having the 2020 House elections held today, Republicans would win all four districts in Iowa. They would have taken Ron Kind's district in Wisconsin, this district in Minnesota. It was very close. They would have taken both of these districts in Illinois, these two, and in Texas, they would have taken this district here in the middle as well. It was very surprisingly close. And yeah, that would have happened. Also, in Georgia, I believe that Carolyn Bordeaux's seat would have gone Republican, but Lucy McBath probably still would have won. It was a pretty solid margin for her. However, this North Carolina district, that would go to the Republicans. And I'm not sure about this district in Georgia because it was close, but I'm not sure how close it was. Wait a second, let me look it up. All right, now. Nah, no. Not the Georgia House of Representatives, the U.S. House of Representatives election. Now, this takes a while. All right, now these, I believe, these are the elections for 2022. So we got to look for the 2020 Georgia House of Representatives election. Sorry, guys, that this is taking so long, but we want to know every single detail. Yeah, right. Now, this district down there, it was within 10%. There it is. Wait a second. Yeah, all right. Now, nonetheless, this district down here was relatively close. We know that for sure. So I believe that under the current situation where the Republicans have a good advantage over the Democrats, this district would have flipped as well. I'm saying it, I'm meaning it. Now, in Florida, I believe these two districts would have gone red near Orlando. They're actually quite close, more so than you'd expect for such an area. Charlie Crist probably still would have won simply because he has somewhat of a strong name and recognition. But Abigail Spanberger would have been gone. This district in Virginia would have been gone. for the Democrats. I believe Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan might have won actually because he's a good candidate, but the kind of moderate slash populist Democrat Connor Lamb from Western Pennsylvania, he would have lost. This district would also have gone red probably, along with, yeah, I think these two districts both would have gone red. Yeah, maybe even this one here. If it would have been a very good year, and of course that district in New Jersey was very close, it would have gone red too. That was actually a Trump district right here, so it would have flipped red as well. And up here in upstate New York, this district is actually held by a Republican right now. These two districts right here, they'd be going red if the numbers for Republicans were the same ones in 2020 that they actually were in 2021, so right now. And Maine 2nd District would have also flipped. Now, in Michigan, these two districts, very suburban, very swingy, would have gone to the Republicans. And in the West, there would have been quite a couple of districts that would have gone to the Reds instead of to the Blues. Because, yeah, there are lots of close races here. Like in Arizona, this Tom O'Haran, who has been redistricted out of his district, by the way, he would have lost in 2020. These two Nevada districts would have gone red, even though the upper one here had a very cringy Republican candidate who later on ended up running in Texas's 6th district. Very interesting story. In the California area, I believe there would have been quite a couple of districts had the Republican support been the exact same that it was, that it will be in 2022. And I believe Katie Porter would have lost under those circumstances. This district up here, it was fairly close. It would have gone red along with that one. And the San Diego district, maybe, but not necessarily. It was relatively solid for the Dems. And in Oregon, I believe this district would have flipped. I'm not sure about that one, but it is possible. And yeah, I believe one more district here in Washington would have gone red, but that's probably it. Now, here you see the map. 246 Republicans to 189 Democrats. If the 2020 House maps, which are less favorable to Republicans than the ones currently proposed, were still in place, that is really not a good position for Democrats. I've said that over and over and over again. And I've always appealed to the Democrats to please get their act back together and for Joe Biden to go out there and act like as if he cared about the good of the country. Because optics are everything if you're the president. You're not necessarily everything bad that happens is your fault, but as the leader of the country, you have a duty to show that you try to solve and fix those problems. And Joe Biden just isn't doing this as of right now. So he has to go out there and get some stuff done. And that's the footnote on which I'll end my video. I hope you guys liked it. Comments, subscriptions, anything is greatly appreciated. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Max out, and good night.